What's up guys, Bryce here and welcome to round 2 of my team in F1 2020, and this race will be at Bahrain, and this is the second race of the my team season. And yeah, going out on qualifying here, I kind of was on the back foot already because this track is a very difficult track for me, and I didn't really have just the best performance in this race. But you see here's my fastest qualifying run, and as you can see here, going off the back straight, DRS open, and the car honestly is not that fast. You can see here the best lap was a 127, and yeah, going into turn 1, braking as hard as we can at the 100-meter board, trying to clip that inside curb, and we do lose a bit of time on the exit, but we gain it back. But it's kind of the same. But yeah, 127 is not the best. A good lap time would probably be, you know, around a 125. Anywhere in the 125 is a really good lap time. And yeah, we're about a few seconds off the pace, and that's just the car. The car is obviously a brand new car, being my team. But right now my goal is to just out-qualify my teammate, and a little loosey-goosey there. But as you can see here, we're just trying to keep that delta negative and not positive, but it's super hard to do that here. Took a bit of a tight line there, which compromised the exit. You can see here we lost basically most of the time on the exit, but we do gain it back just a little bit due to the DRS. But going to this corner here, there's a super tricky corner, braking at the 50 and turning in. As you can see, we're just trying to keep that delta. It's so hard to really gain time, for me at least, around this track. I've been driving it all week, and it was just pretty frustrating trying to do this. And yeah, the race didn't go so well, but as you can see, they were up by 0.2 of a second, so we might just be able to get into the 126s. Going to this last corner, we're going to need at least a 10th if you want to get into the 126s. We clipped the inside curb, but we just didn't carry as much speed to the corner, and we're climbing and climbing to 0.3, but it's just not enough time, and we do get a 127 flat, and our teammate Schumacher did get a 126. And yeah, now this is the race pretty much, so let's get started.
The stage is set for another enthralling race here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. A Ferrari stronghold in years gone by, but will they be able to add to their record today? Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are three main things to worry about there, Crofty: positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today.
And we have 5 red lights, and they go out in Bahrain. We have a pretty long race in front of us, starting on the soft tire, trying to do the soft, hard strategy. And going into turn 1, we jump a lot of guys on the left hand side, lock up, almost hit the Williams, and we're just trying to go around the outside. We can see our teammate there. We really just want to pass our teammate. That's really my main goal, is to finish in front of him, but it's super hard with this 110 AI 50% raise. Even the Williams are catching up to us and really gaining on us, which is insane, but they do use quite a lot of ERS at the beginning. One of them tries to go down the inside, but we do cover the line, and we got a pretty good start. We made up at least 4 or 5 places. And it's kind of weird being 22nd on the grid, because usually last would be 20th, and we brake super hard, staying behind Schumacher here, and the car looks pretty good. I really like driving against a teammate with the same livery, but going down to this corner here, it's really key to get a good exit. And I know that once the field starts to spread out a bit, our pace is going to die down a bit. We're on the soft tire, so we do have the bit of advantage coming out the corner, and we do make the pass on him. That was a pretty easy pass, but he's still there on the outside, and there we go, a pretty good pass. Next up, we have Esteban Ocon in the Renault, and the Renault is actually a pretty fast car. But I don't know how, but we were able to keep up with him even with the pace disadvantage with this car. Hopefully by the end of the season we can at least get a bit more pace out of this car. And breaking down to this corner here, trying to get a super good exit. We missed the apex, and that really kind of compromised our exit here. And Lewis Hamilton puts in a 129, and we put in a 137. So obviously we started at the front of the grid, but the grid is starting to spread out just a little bit, and braking down at the 100-meter board. Definitely with this car compared to other cars, I can tell that you have to brake just a little bit earlier. Just that little bit really makes a difference here. And at this point in the race, we knew that we had to stay within a second so we could get that DRS, and that's what we tried to do here, and just trying to clip every apex. And as you can see here, we skipped to lap 7 because we stayed in the same position, and I believe Ocon won the pits. A little slide, and we go super wide, and that allows Gasly to get the position. And then that means that we're in front of our teammate again. Just a little mistake on lap 7. The tires were really bad, but we were super close to Gasly, and we are in DRS range if we needed to use it. And that really sucked for us, because then now our tires are overheating. And yeah, I think we stayed in this position, and the pit window is coming up on the next lap, on lap 9, where I believe we will opt for the hard tire. And as you can see here, lap 8, and we have Hamilton behind us because he pit already, so he's gonna have to get past us. And I saw that he was there, but as you can see here, he kind of goes on the inside and he spins us around, and we lost a bunch of places there. And yeah, we lost 3 places, 4 places, and then now we have George Russell super close. He has a lot more momentum than we do, and that really compromised everything. And yeah, considering that he was a lot faster, I probably should have just let him go, but I didn't expect him to do that. Again, the AI does like to do that a lot. The AI can be super aggressive like that. That's kind of a thing that needs to get fixed. I feel like they're just super aggressive sometimes, especially at 110, and it can be a little bit frustrating. But George Russell's going to get easy pass. We're not going to fight it that much because, yeah, there's no point. And yeah, coming up the pits, I believe that is Max Verstappen. So basically 3 wide in this corner, and George Russell stays behind us, and Max Verstappen is obviously going to pull away in that faster car, and George Russell is going to go down the inside here. Is he going to make the move stick? We give him room, and he does. We try to cut back, but the traction is just not there, and the speed is not there, even on the soft tire, and he's able to pull away. And then now basically we're going to pit on this lap. Tires are absolutely destroyed, overheating, and yeah, I don't think the setup was that great. And here it is, lap 9, going into the pits, braking as late as we can, but we get a time penalty. We were 3 miles an hour off from the speed limit, and we do get a 5-second time penalty. So already the race is pretty much over. Last place at this point in the pit stop, and already I'm just not even in the mood to even race anymore because we just ruined the whole race. Really, our pace was not that great, and time penalty really made everything worse. So now we're on the hard tires, and we pretty much have to make these hard tires last all the way to the end, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. And going into turn 1, super late apex just to try to get a good line through here, and we're 16 seconds from Ricard tires, but I believe that he still has to pit. And yeah, now we move on to lap 17, and we jumped a few people in the pit, so this brings us up to 15th place, and we see Vettel in the Ferrari there on the inside, and we're side by side, but he does pull away because of the car advantage, obviously. And here on this little straight here, we do have DRS. We're not able to pass him, braking as super late as we can. Almost hit him from the back there around the outside, but that allows Ricardo to get through because we left that door wide open for him, and he makes a really easy pass on us, and the car is just all over the place. We cannot find pace or the grip anywhere, and now we have Magnussen and Sainz behind us as well, who really want to get past. So this is obviously going to be a bit of a problem here, and we need to fend off this position as best as we possibly can. A bit of wheel spin there, but we are able to keep the position we're in. But he's gonna go down the inside with no DRS, but he does go down the inside. I didn't want to make the same mistake as we did with Hamilton there, him going down the inside, and then Sainz catches us on the straight on the same lap 18. But yeah, if I didn't leave Magnussen room, definitely would have crashed. And we try to go down the inside of Sainz, and we get wing damage. We got a bit of wing damage trying to pass Sainz, and Yes, stuff like that. The AI can be a little bit aggressive. You could say that that was a little bit of a dive bomb, but I was there and he, you know, turned in on me. But it's kind of a racing incident, you could say. But again, now I have wing damage, so this is going to cause problems now because the pace is going to be super off. And George Russell's behind me, and yeah, going into the pits to change the wing damage and also to get rid of this 5-second penalty. Again, we're going to go onto the soft tires, I believe. And I don't even think, wait, did we? I'm not sure. I don't know if we changed tires because I don't know if we could because of the time penalty we're going to see right now. And we can. We have to wait 5 seconds, the longest 5 seconds you'll ever witness, just because it's, you have to wait the time penalty. And now we do change the front wing as well as the tires. We put on a nice new fresh set of medium tires to go to the end. I don't think I did soft. I don't think they would last. We have a nice medium tires, and now we're going to try to build that gap, but we don't think, I don't think we're going to be able to. And now lap 21. And we're trying to catch Latifi here, and the tires are good, but going to this corner here, we just slightly touch the curb and we go out, we spin off and we hit the wall, and that's going to get more light wing damage for us. And I think if that was real life, the car would have been done, but we weren't done, so we weren't going to give up just yet. And yeah, we get back on track, lap 26 of 29. We have some back markers behind this, as you can see here, fast cars approaching with the blue flags. And yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know if I didn't see that or he didn't pass in time, and he was just about to pass right here, and it gave me a penalty of another 5-second penalty for ignoring it, but he did get past, and we get more wing damage by going into the back of him, and that gives us 8-second time penalty plus wing damage. So yeah, the race was pretty much over, and another 3-second time penalty. So this just goes to show that even though obviously I'm a league racing driver, I do make mistakes and I do have bad races like this, and that's pretty much what happened. And going into, I think it was here, going on this curb here, we completely just decided to lose the car, and yeah, we pretty much had to retire from the race. So yeah, that was not the best of races. Just didn't perform anywhere that I needed to. Once the wing damage came, the track, I didn't like it at all, and we just lost the car, and it was just ended up in the barrier. So yeah, not a good race at all. There's obviously going to be races like this where you don't perform at your best, and I couldn't wait to move on to China, and Bottas does get the win for this race, and we do get a DNF, and I'm not sure exactly where Schumacher finished, but yeah, not the best race. But that's going to be it for round 2 of Bahrain. Join me for round 3 of China, and that's going to be a very interesting race. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Also, I don't think I'll be doing Vietnam for this my team, and that is just because in my league we're not doing Vietnam, and it's kind of also practice for it. And Vietnam, I don't know, I might not do Vietnam. I might skip Vietnam or simulate the session. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.